Hello Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 23rd to the 29th of June. Solstice. If you've already come through the solstice, did it change things for you? I think it will this year. I'm recording this just before the solstice, obviously. And if you're having your solstice, please do enjoy it. I also talked about that fire energy coming in from the sun, and I think that is provoking a lot of change within the consciousness of people, really. But it's not a consciousness of collectiveness, it's a consciousness within you more than anything else. How it changes you will ultimately change the consciousness of the collective. And looking at your Astroflower, because we saw that in the messages from energy, we went into the elements, and we're going to be talking about earth and air in the Astroflower. And looking at your Astroflower, there is quite a lot of air, actually, Sagittarius, because you're one of these full signs, like my good self as a Capricorn. You have more air in your sign than you do have fire. So you have this philosophy, this mental side, this engagement with your emotions in a very sort of spiritual and philosophical sort of way of doing things. And it's a question now of how do you apply it in the world around you? Because the messages that came out of energy was all about unity. So if you haven't seen messages from energy, you'll find it on our channel. It comes out every Wednesday, we'll see you there for that. So yes, this beautiful energy here is playing up to that sort of side and opening up of your almost your expression of your inner being, your inner consciousness. And I wouldn't hold back this week, Sagittarius. This is the moment to strike and break free from anything that's been holding you back this week. Absolutely lovely energies. Let's just see what we get in the way of a vision or a message for you. I get this someone like running, and they're running, and they're sort of like, it's like they're running down to a beach. It's like as a kid, when you arrive at the beach, you're running down towards that beach, and you're kind of going, you're saying to all your friends or your family, you're going, come on, let's go, look at the waves, come on, it's going to be fantastic. It's a very childlike energy, an enthusiastic energy that's coming through. And I think energy wants you to go and explore your life and how it combines with everybody that is around you. Absolutely fantastic. It is exploring your emotions. If your emotions are causing you stress and strain, that is what you need to change. If you feel hindered in being able to say something or express yourself in a certain way, that is what needs to change. It may not be easy for you at the moment, but it can be a lot easier in the future if you realize that you don't need validation from the outside world. You need validation just from within you. If it's okay with you, I'm sure it's going to be okay with lots of other people that are around you. If it's okay with you to work this way, then I'm sure the business that you work for, or your business that you're doing, or the project you're doing, will work accordingly. It just needs you to express your inner child, your inner enthusiasm for exploring and creating life around you. There is a certain degree of unity as well. There's a certain degree of love. I'm seeing, you know, someone, uh, giving someone a good, hearty hug to someone else. And it could be that. It could be reuniting you in friendship with another person and so forth. Maybe energy is trying to help you to reunite you with your own true life. That's what the energies seem to be coming through. Let's just have a look at the chakra sequencing. Now, I will be doing a video on why the chakra sequencing can be really important in your life. And that video will be coming out this weekend. We've also got the live on Sunday night where we have questions and answers. That comes out at 2100 hours UK time. And in the Astroflower family, I'm sure we will find the solution to any sort of questions that are asked. So let's just see what's going on for the chakra sequencing for you. Excuse me. And just finding that 0 point energy again within myself. Okay, energy. I'm looking for the chakra sequencing for Sagittarius. Let's just see what's going on. Here we go. We got the connection. We've got the vertical connection between the crown and the root. Now, the root is really bubbly, joyous. It wants to do things, concrete things in life. But also the crown chakra here is playing very much on the right hand side. So it's all about the expression of art, the expression of self, the expression of emotions, the joy, consciously being involved in the moment of fantasticness that can be within your life. And it's actually doing things. It's really beautiful energy for you this week here, Sagittarius. If you engage in it, don't forget, if it doesn't sit right for you, that is the thing that needs to be confronted and changed. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you have to be in battle about it. You just need to change it. Okay, it's moving on now. It's moving on to the solar plexus. Now we saw this in the energy update as well, because it's playing on the left hand side of your solar plexus here, and I think you need to have a certain rigor within your energy when you're doing things. And the solar plexus is all about courage, force, and confidence, and having the force in order to do things. And because it's on the left hand side, it's much more about doing things right, crossing T's and dotting the I's, but actually doing it. No more procrastination for you, Sagittarius. Now is the time to act. If you do not act now, you will find it will be a lot more difficult, not only for you, but for other people that are around you as you go forward. Now is the time for you to live fully your life. Okay? So it's actually moving to the right side. Once you get that fundamental thing in place where you're really crossing the T's and dotting the I's, that's when you can allow your passions to flow. And your passion for your fire is right on your surface. We will look at that in the Astroflower a little bit later on as we pull some cards on that. But that's where you can get passionate about life because you've got the fundamental things sorted out. Okay? Let's just see where it's moving on to now. It's moving on to the third eye and the throat. We've got the third eye, which is slightly to the left again. And I think this is where you need to have things very clear within an order and structure to do things. And using your intuition, your inner being, in order to have that structure and order, so you can then be very comfortable about what you do, and you can literally just plow through and do it. You're not going to do it and cause detriment to others. You're doing it in order to create a better life for you, for the best example of yourself. And when you do that, everybody else can also be the best example of their selves. You can't assure everybody else. And I think this is where you need to be absolutely clear with it. On the throat chakra here, it's also playing slightly to the left. The right hand side is a little bit more sort of heavy. And I think this is where you need to recognize your emotions, or where your emotions are, are distracting you from the pathway. And it may cause you that procrastination, that sort of dithering when making choices in your life of actually just going ahead and doing things. So I would just follow that side there of being very straight talking. And once you're very straight talking and everything is on a very good level, that's when you can allow your humor and your joy to come out. Okay? It's moving on again now. And it's going back to that solar plexus. I think within the solar plexus, there is a real determination within your life. And I think that determination needs to be followed through on. I think you need to stick and be very faithful to yourself this week more than anything else. Okay? Let's just see where it moves on to now. This is where we get, once you're faithful to yourself, this is where you are free at last. And that came out in the messages from energy as well. It allows you to express your heart gladly. When you arrive at that beach and you're running down to that beach, the journey has been done. You've arrived at the destination. Now it's a time just to get out that car and run down that beach towards that water and go swimming in those beautiful waves. This is a time for you to really express your heart because the foundations are in place. The determination is there, the clarity of vision, and the joy of your consciousness will then grow within everybody that is around you and allow you to enjoy the moment fully and completely in your life. And that's going to spark joy within people around you. Okay? You see, it's actually on the move again, and it moves back to the crown and the root. So very good chakra sequencing there, very sort of solid, and it's very productive as well for you. If you use that sequencing in everything which you do, you will tend to come out with a beautiful heart desires at the end. It's really, really beautiful. Let's just bring up your Astroflower, shall we? So we can see what's going on with your elements. Now, the Astroflower is something that I've developed over the last 20, 30 years as a healer to help the people that come and see me so they can, because I always work on the idea that prevention is better than cure. And if people can, if I can help people to actually be very conscious within their life, that will help me help them a lot more. So here you go, you've got your Astroflower, which is just up here. These are all the different types of elements and the combinations that you have in different types of petals, which you can see slightly down there, which is numbered 1 to 10. And we're going to be looking at the combination of air and earth. Now, what you'll notice is you do have a lot of air within your sign in petals 1, 2, 3 on the base. 1 is the synchronicities with the outside world in regards to your spiritual, emotional relationship path. That's your intuition and your connection to the outside world. Petal 2 is your karmic path, what you're here to experience. Petal 3 is your karmic path for your physical side, what you're here to experience. And we still have that air energy, and this is where we get the best combination is on your financial side, in your material world, and it could be about you buying a house, moving, or stuff like that. You get mutable air and mutable earth. And this is where I think you're going to find a very good connections with others when you allow your joy to happen. Other thing I will talk about here quickly is the amount of water you have. Look at that. On petals 1, 2, 3, there is all water with that air. So it's getting the logic and the emotions in harmony so you can get the best out of life. So this is where I think there's things that you will notice that don't work, that need to be changed. Once you realize that, you can implement it and change can happen. It's not about detriment for others. It's about you rising up and living the best example of yourself more than anything else. That water and air combination flows right through you within your relationship side, and we can see that between petals 5 and 8. That's your past, which is your petal 5, and petal 8, which is your future on your relationship side. And we have that fixed air that comes in that goes right down into your karmic path as well. And I think this is where you need to have that logical, clear vision about what you wish to experience emotionally with that fixed air water that comes through as well. And I think that needs to be really implemented in this life at the moment. The only other real earth that you have is that cardinal earth that comes in from Capricorn, which plays up between petal 8 and petal 10 on your relationship side, and plays between your inner sanctum, petal 6, and petal 9, your future in your financial side. And that's giving you that direction, that sort of material direction in your life, not only within your relationships or your spiritual path, but also within your financial path. And in your financial path, it comes from within you. And within your relationship side, it's your interaction with the outside world and how it influences your future. You also have that cardinal air that goes between petals 3, your karmic path on your financial side, and it goes between petals 7 and 9, your past and your future on your financial side. And that's giving you that clear vision, that direction, because it comes from Libra that's lending that energy there. And it's bringing you back, it can bring you back harmony in your life, or it can destabilize you enormously. And that's where you've got to play on that a lot this week here. If it's not working for you, then I would certainly readjust, recognize what doesn't work, and start doing something completely different. Let's just put a few cards on that. Let's put a card on petal 1. Petal 1, which is the synchronicities and the outside world. You get the 8 of Cups. This is also where you get the moon is eclipsing the sun here. And that's that water energy. So this is where you need to be a little bit wary of your emotions here in this week here. Don't allow your emotions to distract you from the logical path that, yes, we're at the beach and, should I be worried about everybody else? What is everybody else doing? And you just want to run down the beach into the water. I would just follow that emotion because it's logically, this is why you're here, why you're at that beach, to enjoy that moment. And it's Eight of Cups is all about being curious about life. So I would follow your curiosity as you go forward. Okay, let's have a look, see what's going on Petal 2. Now, this is that karmic path on your relationship side. You get the Three of Swords. I think it's for you to recognize within you, because it's the karmic path here. And the Three of Swords is obviously an emotional, painful sort of situation. I think you've got to recognize where things don't work. If you ignore your karmic path, you will have complications, and it will become complicated as well for the people that you love around you, because you're not being absolutely clear for yourself. So for this time here on your relationship side, I would recognize what works and what doesn't work. And what doesn't work, I would definitely change it. Yeah, you get the Two of Swords because I want to see what's going on with that connection between petals 5 and petal 8, that fixed water that comes through there, but also how it plays into that sort of cardinal earth as well at the top of petal 8 into petal 10, your connection to the synchronicities of the world around you. You get the Two of Swords. There's decisions to be made according to that. As I said, if things are not working, then, you need to adjust that. If things are really working, then don't allow your emotions to get in the way. Enjoy it fully by applying the logical path that you can see within you. I like doing this, therefore, if I do it, I'm going to create joy. It's no more complicated than that. Okay, let's just see what's going on that financial side. Let's see what's going on with that cardinal air, how it plays through there. You get the Nine of Wands. Yes, I think you need to be sticking to the plan here. I think those are those healthy boundaries that are going to stop you from, say, like, causing detriment to your business and your projects in as you go forward, stopping you because you've actually got a plan of action. Sticking to the plan of action and going for it is really important at the moment. Let's just see what is going on in that petal 4, where we do have a combination of the air and earth within your side. You have the moon. What was I saying about petal 1, where you've got the Eight of Cups? The moon is eclipsing the sun. And I think here is on your financial side, yes, there's things that need to be done that's going to affect your relationship side, your emotional side of life, your spiritual side of life. There is someone that's coming into your life that's really opening up an idea of seeing things in a different way, which is going to affect how you progress and evolve your relationships and your connections with the outside world. What is this cardinal air that's going between petals 7 and petal 9? This is between your past and your future on your financial side. You get the Page of Pentacles. It is cultivating your own luck. That's what the Page of Pentacles does. You're learning about creating your business. So if you're looking to do a business or a project, or if you want to get your career path moving on, you need to start learning of how best to approach it, how to have a logical plan, which then you can receive the best benefits out of it all. I just want to see what that cardinal earth is that's coming in from Capricorn. Yeah, you get the Emperor card. It's all about owning your future here, Sagittarius. Being fully engaged and owning your future will be absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't hold back if I was you this week here, Sagittarius. It will be brilliant when it comes out at the other end. Okay, so there you go, Sagittarius. Thanking you very much for being here and all your support that you give this channel through subscribing, liking and sharing and all of that. Don't forget about the Messages from Energy that comes out on Wednesday. We've got the other energy videos that come out on the weekend. We've also got the live on Sunday night at 2100 hours UK time, where we can have all the questions and answers, and the Astroflower family, we will find the solutions together. I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.